What it is, man, what's happening? This is another episode. Not really an episode. It's an album review. It doesn't matter. But the interlude, we back talking about music. This one is, man, what? A little bit. Oh, not old. When did it drop? How long?
About a month ago.
About a month ago. But we both sat with it. We both were highly anticipating it. And we are talking about 2 Chainz' most recent album, So Help Me God. Yeah. But man, first things first, Chainz. Chainz is probably, I won't say Chainz is one of my favorite rappers, but he's definitely become a rapper that I enjoy their music and I respect. Yeah, for sure.
It's acquired taste.
But the album was supposed to drop in like September, I think. He initially said it was going to drop September, and then it got pushed back. So just how excited were you? Like, how much were you anticipating now?
I was anticipating a lot, like we said before we got on camera, like, just coming off of a rapper go to the league.
Yeah.
I'm down for it. And then you had Pretty Girls Trap before, so, like, the consistency that he kept up with, I was really very excited about it, so.
Yeah, and Chainz is... ever since Pretty Girls Like Trap Music, because I'm not sure what happened between Based on a True Story and Pretty Girls Like Trap Music. I'm not sure if he dropped something, but I know that was a little bit of a longer stretch. But ever since Pretty Girls Like Trap Music, he's been about every year and a half-ish, which I think is solid as a timeline. He's been dropping quality music for sure. Any expectations? Were you going into it thinking, did you think it's going to be another rap and go to the league? Did you...
I don't want to say I thought it was going to be another rapper go to the league, because that was he gave a lot on that tape. You know what I'm saying? I did look for, I say, the song selection to kind of match rapper go to the league. I feel like a lot of songs that he put on the tape was, okay, I'll just give this to them rather than it serving the purpose of actually going on the tape. That's kind of how I felt with some of them.
I didn't get that vibe, but I feel like he went a completely different route in terms of sound. Because if you pay attention to a lot of rapper go to the league, it's hip hop heavy. In terms of his features too, like he got Travis on there. He had Ariana pop up on there, and he had a few other, but it was like mainly hip hop, and the album sounded mainly hip hop. Whereas this one, he got a little bit of a switch. Like he got Brent on this one. He got Ty Dolla Sign.
I did like he got Ye on there.
Uzi, Schoolie, got Ye on there. Got Ross. So it's a little bit different, and you can tell the vibe. I think the tone was a lot lighter in general, which might just be where he at, in life and everything. But we agreed. I shouldn't say we agreed. I think that Rapper Go to the League is his best album. I love his first album. I love Based on a True Story. But I think as a cohesive album, Rapper Go to the League is his best work.
True wasn't bad.
True Religion wasn't bad at all. That's probably one of my favorite mixtapes ever. Just because of when I came up with it. But yeah, so this is 15 songs, 50 minutes, solid, very solid.
Wait, that's the perfect time.
Perfect time slot. Overall feelings. What'd you think? How did you receive the album?
I was not upset about the album. Some songs definitely stood out to me, which I fucked with. Off my first listen, it was received, I don't want to say mixed. I ain't gonna say I had mixed reviews. But I wasn't like overly like, damn, I gotta hurry up and replay it back. Now I did come back to it like a couple weeks later and was just like, it was a decent tape. Yeah. It was a decent tape, so that's just how it sat with me.
That's real.
What about for you?
I had a similar response. I let it ride. Like I think the weekend it released, I let it ride and I listened to it and it was cool. I had songs that stuck out to me, but as an album, I didn't feel like I need to go listen to that album again. Not right away. But listened to it a couple more times and then we said we wanted to do the review, so I listened a couple more and I really enjoy it. And I enjoyed it because I think I'm enjoying the direction that 2 Chainz is moving in. Like we said, from Pretty Girls Like Trap Music to Rapper Go to the League to this, we've seen his production get way cleaner, for lack of a better word. It's very polished. That's the word. It sounds very polished. And he sounds like an OG in hip hop and rap. He sounds like he's established. He's not proving anything. He's just more so letting you know, like, this, this where I'm at. Like he's still rapping about like things he experienced, but it's a different type of. It's like, you know how when you young and you kind of proving yourself, it's more of a hunger that you hear.
Yeah.
But when you older and you established, it's more of this. He kind of give off the vibe that he trying to give game, and I don't think you always get those vibes from older people in their albums all the time. So I love the fact that that's the direction that he's going, and I'm really a fan of the album for that reason. Did you feel like it flowed smoothly? Do you feel like it was put together well, like stretcher wise?
The stretch wise, I definitely think it definitely flowed through. Like that, you caught of that. There wasn't anything that was like he had this there and then that, and it was out of pocket. Like as the tape progressed, like in your, I don't want to say like if you was to group the songs like the first three or whatever, like the first three damn near kind of not so much sounded the same, but the production wise, the melodies, like you knew the feel that you was getting if it was just a feel good. Like it was, you know, like I said, it was some standouts on there
for sure. Yeah, and I'm a fan. I would say what stood out to me was I think the intro didn't get me. It low key feels like Gray Area should be the intro. I like Lambo Wrist is cool, but like if he had opened out,
and that's what I was thinking. Like Lambo Wrist could have been down, they're like mid album.
If he had started the album with Gray Area though, like that's the energy you coming with off rip.
Gray Area, then followed up with Save Me.
Yeah, had Young Boy.
I really like. I ain't gonna fake it. The Young Boy feature definitely surprised me.
I put it like this: anytime Young Boy hops on a feature, for the most part, he spazzes. Like Young Boy's a great feature artist, so definitely was happy to see that. Moneymaker, the single, we was talking about it. I'm so mad we didn't get to experience that, like at a tailgate. That's something.
But I think
and I love the sample. I love the sample.
Exactly, and I think what we can say about it is like, when the world does open up and we do get to appreciate that, that's definitely gonna be on the playlist.
That's gonna be a big
HBCUs across.
Oh yeah,
bruh.
Oh yeah, no, most definitely. I will say we talked about her in our last episode, but he got a mulatto feature on Quarantine Thick, and what I will say, I was oddly impressed with her feature. Yeah. I was oddly impressed. She's fast.
She's actually either on the Madden or the 2. I think it might be 2K. She's on the 2K soundtrack. This song is on the 2K soundtrack.
Oh wow, that's crazy. But like I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, oh, so she can push pen when she wants to. Like she can.
And that's the thing
when she
want to. Like
man.
So. But see, man, that's why I said the potential is there. Cause when I heard the verse on this, I was just like, all right, she could do it. Just don't go down the damn rabbit hole that every female artist, like rap artist in that age group and in her class is, gonna fall under.
Yeah. I love that he has a Brent feature. He has Brent and Gay are on the same track. But I love the fact that Brent is starting to make that rotation of getting on people's albums. It's time. It's his time. Ye feature's a Ye feature. Never can be mad at that. He got a Gates feature. I was happy to see the Gates feature. That's probably one of my favorite songs from the tape too. Ziploc. But because Gates is like Chainz. He's an acquired taste. So I feel like they match well on songs together. He got a few. Chainz always, at least on these last 2 albums, has had songs where he really shows you like he can storytell. Yeah. I think he's underrated as a storyteller. But he has a couple of those songs. I think Tony and Southside Hove really this stretch. Tony, Southside Hove, and Vampire. I think that stretched to 3.
Southside Hove and Tony.
I'm talking. He was different. I'm like, yo, like that's the Chainz that like shows you like like not only am I an OG like in whatever my life experience is, but in this rap shit like I'm an OG when it comes to being able to tell you like how this road went and why you shouldn't go down this road. Also a huge fan of Wait For You to Die. I feel like Wait For You to Die damn near could have been an outro too.
So if you had to restructure it, how would your lineup go?
I would definitely start with Gray Area. I would start with Gray. I think I wouldn't change too much of the order. I would probably move Lambo Wrist down to like.
I put Lambo Wrist after Ziploc.
Yeah, I was gonna say before or after Ziploc in that area, but it start with Gray Area, keep everything the same. Then you move into Quarantine Thick. You can either have Ziploc and then Lambo Wrist or vice versa.
Hell yeah.
And then I might move 55 times up a little bit instead of having it as an outro and move it up maybe like right before you go into Tony, and then end with Wait for You to Die.
All right.
So I wouldn't change too much. Just really switching around the intro and the outro.
I can rock with it.
But other than that, structure wise, like it's still pretty good. So
what's your top 3?
Top 3, it's a little bit tough. Well, Gray Area damn near won. Like
Okay.
the beat, just the energy. Like that's probably my favorite song from the tape. Gray Area. It's tough because like Tony and Southside Hove are both in there, but I really fuck with Ziploc.
Okay.
I really fuck with Ziploc, so it's tough. But if I had to pick, Ziploc could probably be the 4th. So it'd be Gray Area, Tony, and Southside Hove.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go the Save Me, Feel Away, and Southside Hove.
Okay. Not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. Moneymaker's a single. I mean, I don't think if it was just dropped within the album and not released as a single, I think I would have been more a fan of the song and the sample, but I don't think it would have been I don't know if it would have been a standout. But I mean, it's made. It sounds like a single. So I mean, it just that's the only way I look at it. But Chainz and Wayne collab before?
They did a whole tape together.
They sure did. They did do Collie Grove, but they've always meshed well. So I was glad to see that. Again, I think just for the culture, it's just a song that like it gives you a good feel of like now, and gives you a good feel of like like a vintage feel aesthetic. So it's cool. So those are top 3.
What's your grading?
So I know. So you told me your grade, and I'm gonna let you tell the people.
I give it a solid B. A solid B.
See, I think it's a B+. I think there's a difference. Cause I only don't think it's a flatline B because I think he could arguably take a couple songs off and really have an even more cohesive project.
I think
but that's why I say B+. Cause I say it's really good. Like it's really, really good. It's just not great yet.
And I guess I'm being harsh because it's just like, I just wanted it to be like a fucking A.
I think I wanted. I mean, if we wanted it to be anything like Rapper Go to the League, naturally, if that was the kind of bar you were setting for it, and it falls below that,
I think it wasn't. I was not comparing it to Rapper Go to the League, but what I was looking for is like the ear of production.
Yeah.
The subject of what you putting in the tracks that you putting on there, how you structuring it, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, taking a couple of them shits off, I would have been like, yeah, that bitch is, it's an A. It's a solid high A. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to just throw out there like I was just fucking disappointed in anything, but expectations for the album was fucking high as hell. And that's my fault. That's probably my fault. Hey, shit happens.
Shit happens, But yeah, no, I think it's a B+. I think it's a really solid tape. I think if you're a 2 Chainz fan, you're gonna love it. I think if you are not a fan, but somebody that just kind of not listens passively, but you kind of listen just to feel where they at, I think you'll kind of have those sentiments of it not being Rapper Go to the League.
True.
But it being a very solid tape. Do I think it's a standout tape of the year? No, probably not. But I think it will be in one of those honorable mentions. I think if you made a list of a top 10 of the year, and then you had 10 honorable mentions, I think he falls in that honorable mention category, which I think isn't bad. And that's not to necessarily say that it would be the best, because I don't want to say honorable mention and like a top 20 would be the same list per se. But it's an album that you could mention and acknowledge and be like, this was a really solid drop. That's in the upper tier of his catalog in general. Yeah, but that's pretty much it, man. Definitely go check out So Help Me God if you haven't. If you're a Chainz fan, again, you'll probably be a huge fan. If you be touch and go with Chainz, I still think you'll enjoy it, but everything else is up to your interpretation. This has been another album review from the Interlude. Until next time.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
In your bag for the day, you looking bad as you wanna. Thought you had a man, I made a